Heyo everybody, Haku here with my review for The Walking Dead Season 8, Episode 13. Or what was the title of it? Do Not Lead Us Astray, I believe was the title. Again, referring to a part of a prayer or verse or whatever by Sadiq, which I feel like a few episodes this season have been. So either way, that's pretty cool. Let's talk about the episode as a whole, start to finish. I'm not splitting it up by groups because everything was pretty straightforward this week. Starting at the beginning, Morgan is having some Gavin hallucinations. Not that interesting. I'm glad that Gavin's actor is back and we get to see more of him. I thought Gavin was a cool character. I like that he's having some importance for Morgan here. Thing that I'm just kind of about is this is like the 1000th time Morgan has gone crazy, so like it's cool when it happens here or there, but this is like the 1000th time Morgan has gone crazy, so oh well. And a lot of people have gone crazy at this point too, so I mean, it not only is it just another person going crazy, it's Morgan again, just Morgan acting up. We get to see the lookout alarm system that was supposed to be in place last episode, or it was in place, but Rick was supposed to be part of it, and Rick kind of sucked. He kind of ran off, giving the alarm system less of a chance to warn everyone ahead of time. And also, him going after Negan alone was kind of dumb, because if he wasn't plot armored all to hell, he would have just got all shot up. Like, dumb plan, Rick. So Henry getting way too big for himself, saying, yeah, give me the gun, let me go out there and fight. Kids, this is never good in this show, in most shows when kids do stuff like this. Dr. Dana is kind of an unhelpful jerk. She's pretty mean to Sadiq for no reason and is kind of just impeding helpfulness in general. So yeah, didn't like Dr. Dana. Oh well, she got killed off, so who cares? Screw her, I guess. Maggie threatens to kill the prisoners once the Saviors arrive, but Simon basically says screw them. He says, they got themselves captured and didn't find a way to escape, so screw them. Dwight tries to stop him to be like, this isn't what Negan would want. What if you get in trouble when he returns? But, I mean, that didn't work. Then Daryl leads the Saviors into a trap, which again, the plot armor, very, very thick. Because, I mean, he just rode a bike by them. Any of them could have just shot at him, sprayed, and knocked him off the bike and killed him. But it all works out because plot armor. They get to fight, and Tobin gets stabbed. Poor Tobin, I felt bad for him, but me and my family were watching. None of us even realized it was Tobin at first. We were like, who is... Like, the actor looked way different. It looked like he grew out his facial hair a lot more. He looked way different than before. We're like, is that Tobin? Who was that? So Tobin gets stabbed. Sadiq shows up and stays with Tobin so that Carol can rejoin the fight. Simon is sneaking up behind Tara, about to chop her, and then Dwight shoots her. I would say presumably to save her, because let's say we know Simon probably used the guts on his axe. He was about to go in for a little bit of choppy on her back, and that would have killed her one way or another. And I can't think of any other way to discern this, any other way to analyze this. I don't know what the word I had that I just lost in my head, but I don't know what this would mean other than Dwight was trying to save her by shooting her. So the Saviors then retreat. They're being gunned down because of a really good plan by the Hilltop that lured them in. Then they gunned them down as they ran away. Rick finds Sadiq during all the fighting and tells him to stay down. Morgan is still hallucinating during all the fighting. Rick and Maggie meet up as they're chasing the Saviors off, and Rick tells Maggie all about what he did with Negan. Okay. The Hilltop cleans up after the battle, burying all these bodies and stuff. Daryl is pissed off, and I feel like Daryl was there. He could have seen. I mean, in Daryl's eyes, shouldn't he have known that it was Dwight just trying to save her from getting stabbed? I don't know, because somebody jumped up in front of Daryl. Maybe he didn't see. I don't know. I thought he was being kind of hot-headed and dumb here, which he's gotten earlier this season, and it didn't work out for him. But either way, Rick gives Michonne a cold shoulder in their scene. He does the same for Sadiq in a little bit too, where they just try to help him out, just try to talk to him, say, hey, you got a bit of a scratch there, let's see it, and Rick just kind of shrugs him off. says, not now. Carol talks to Tobin and admits that at first she was just doing it because she was trying to fit in or whatever. She was just trying to make that life a thing. She didn't really feel anything for him, but then she says towards the end maybe she did start to feel something for him. She wanted it to be a real thing. And yeah, we see how that worked out. But Henry takes a gun, and again, nothing good comes from this. Kids in the apocalypse, kids in TV, nothing good comes from this. Tobin and the others, later that night, they turn, start killing more people because of the guts from the Savior's weapons. So, yeah, even more people turn, and they have a zombie predicament within the walls of the hilltop while they're all sleeping through a lot of it, pretty heavily. But either way, I actually really like this, because this is the most like zombie horror the show has ever felt in recent memory. Or maybe in memory overall. It felt very actual zombie horror here, which I thought was cool. But either way, they're doing that. Henry tries and fails to find who the guy who killed his brother was, and tries and fails to kill prisoners in general, because things break out there too. Jared tackles him, takes the gun, escapes with some others. Then all the people start fighting back. They take out the walkers. They realize what happened, what was up with the Savior's weapons. Tara's like, oh, well, I was shot by an arrow. Guess that means I'm going to die. Again, I feel like they should know better at this point, but either way. Alden and Sadiq are outside killing the walkers. Again, much respect for Sadiq. He has been on the front lines through a lot of this. Plus, Alden being a good guy. I'm wondering, I'm not going to spoil anything, but I'm wondering if Alden is going to be Dante from the comics and take on Dante's storyline. I mean, not necessarily be Dante, but take on his... I wonder if Alden's the character that's here to take on that storyline. Then he points out, some of the Saviors stayed and tried to hold the gate closed, so it looks like we have some Saviors who've had a change of heart since Simon basically said screw them. I think he may have even literally said screw them. Henry is missing. Looking for kids, never good. Then there's some more grave digging going on, and more of Maggie saying, man, this is the cost, but I still really do want to kill Negan. So I thought it was a really enjoyable episode overall. I thought the action was good, and that's basically what the episode was. It was just action. They didn't bother much with character work or anything super deep like that. They had some, but it was mostly about the action. So that was good. I felt like it felt more zombie horror than it possibly ever has. And basically, kids in TV are very often pretty crap. So Henry, up to no good. This is nothing good can come from his actions here. Also, Morgan's crazy for like the 1000th time. That was not really a focus, but it was a pretty significant chunk of the episode's storytelling. He's crazy for the 1000th time. I'm cool. I'm into it. I like Morgan's character. I'm excited to see what he'll be doing in Fear. But yeah, it's not really anything new or like shocking to see Morgan go crazy, to hallucinate. But as a score, I'm going to give it 8.25 towel placements, and they better be in the right place. 8.25 out of 10. I enjoyed it. I had fun with it. I thought it was good. So either way, I hope you enjoyed the video. Like if you did like the video, comment down there to tell me what you thought of this episode, what you thought of my thoughts on it. Subscribe for more The Walking Dead, both TV show and comics. I also watch Fear the Walking Dead, but I don't review it anymore. I just don't really feel like it. But I do feel like watching it for sure. It looks great. I just don't feel like reviewing it really. So I'll be back next season. We'll have discussions every now and then, and we'll have live reactions and reviews for the comics every time a new issue is out, first Wednesday of every month. So yeah, guess that's it. I said like, comment, subscribe, follow on Twitter if you want. I can try to keep you updated there and stuff for the channel. If you want a link to our Discord server, just ask and I'll give you one. That's it. Thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you all next time.